Hi everyone, it's me again. And so soon, I think I only made a video 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I'm a little off today and I'm not sure why. Not so much how I feel, but my eyes feel like heavy, like I just want to go to sleep. I don't know if it's allergies, it kind of feels like it might be allergies, but anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys today about foundations. Now, what does that even mean? What do you mean foundations? Are we building a house? No, we're building a relationship, which is pretty similar in a way. Why are relationships failing these days? They're failing for a lot of reasons. They're failing because of maturity levels, they're failing because of finances, they're failing because of temptation, they're failing because of lack of commitment, they're failing because of grass is greener syndrome. But if I've kind of learned anything about the beginning of a relationship and how to set yourself up for success is to build it on a solid foundation. I say it's similar to building a home because you wouldn't build a home on just dirt, right? You need to build a solid foundation so that without the solid foundation, how well will your home withstand, time and all these different factors, weather, whatever it may be. Same with a relationship. If you don't have that solid foundation, when push comes to shove, you will crumble, you will fall. So, how do you build a solid foundation? And what does it mean to not have a solid foundation built? Well, I can start there because that is something that I have experience with. I have plenty of experience with that, and that is why probably none of my relationships have succeeded thus far. Well, not again. I would say probably, I've been in maybe four, like serious long term, maybe 4 or 5. I'm sorry, whoever you are, number 5, relationships that I would have considered to be serious. Why? Because they were both life changing and long term. And why did they fail? What is wrong with having a non solid foundation? Well, here are a few examples. Getting to know the person. If you don't truly know who you're dealing with, then how do you choose to be in a commitment with them? And what do I mean by really getting to know someone? I mean, really getting to know them. Some of my relationships have started kind of in a party phase, for lack of better terms, where it's like you're going out, you're drinking, you're having fun. That's not really getting to know someone. That's not really getting to know someone thoroughly, not only their character, because perception is off whenever alcohol is involved, but also you're not getting to know them in their everyday life. You're getting to know them in one light. You're getting to know them kind of when they're carefree. But what about getting to know their family? What about getting to know their home life? What about getting to know the nitty gritty, the hard stuff? That's really what makes a person, Everything's fine and dandy in that beginning kind of fun phase, but how well do you know the person that you're committing to? That's a big thing. Is it the biggest thing? No. Why? Because people change. So even if you get to know them, you're getting to know a person that, for the most part, is generally going to be the same, but people change a lot. So don't go crazy on that. I'm just saying that's definitely one of them. Another big one that I want to talk about is, are you starting a relationship or commitment based on lies, based on sneakiness, based on deception? Are you starting a relationship with someone who's already taken? Need I say more? Are you starting a relationship with someone who may not be taken physically and with a title, but are you getting involved with someone who is still taken emotionally? You cannot open one door until you have closed the other. And you can, but there will be a mess. I'll get more into that in my next video. So, how is it starting? If it's starting on a rocky note, let's say they were your side piece, now you want to establish a relationship with them. There's going to be lack of trust on both ends. There's going to be it's just on a spiritual level. Even you've started your relationship with a poison seed. anything that grows from that is not going to grow a good fruit. It's going to grow a toxic fruit. It's going to grow the kind of fruit that the witch would give little Miss Snow White. Kind of what got me thinking about this video, by the way. You're not going to grow, you're not going to flourish, you're not going to become anything if you're starting from a bad standpoint. If you're starting and it is not, you're not starting out of, you know, true love and purity and like really investing in each other, it's just not, it's not going to go well. You can test me on that. You can test me. I've done it. Go for it. Test me on that. Test me and tell me if I'm right or not. What else would be considered a bad foundation? I guess a relationship that starts, and I can speak from this, I guess a relationship that starts, I guess, sexually right away, or, you know, you meet and you may have a child right away. You are taking what a situation that is meant for someone who already has a solid foundation built. I mean, these people are connected. They know each other well. They've seen each other in stressful situations. They've been each other through times of extreme happiness, extreme sorrow. They've already tested. They've already been through whatever relationships have to bring, you know, so that when the going gets tough, they already have this foundation built. They know what to expect. If you just go right into it, full-blown relationship, full-blown commitment, full-blown, you know, having children, full-blown being intimate already, you're really kind of fast-forwarding a lot that is important. You're skipping a lot of really, really important steps in really getting to know someone, because by the time you may realize it at that point, it may be too late. So, we talked about, and I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter. We talked about what is not such a great foundation. What is a good foundation? I would say a good foundation would be having a very trusting, loving situation, you know, being friends first. That's a phase that alone counts as something that'd be considered not a great foundation either. Is where's the friend phase anymore? Where is the getting to know each other on a level where you're not trying to oppress each other, where there's just truth? There's no fear of what will I lose, because you're not concerned about those things. You're strictly friends. You're getting to know them in their truest form. Where is that phase anymore? People don't want to be friends anymore. They want to go straight to Tinder. They want to go straight to the DMs. They want to go straight to Netflix and chill. They want to go straight into that. And what happens? Ladies and gents, tell me what happens. Those situations don't really build much, do they? How many of those people have you ended up in a relationship with? How many of those people have you ended up in love with? Why? Because you're not building the right way. You're not building the right way. And you may think it's all fine and dandy, but that will eventually take a toll on you. It does eventually take a toll on you when you have someone that you're letting into your life intimately, and it turns out to be nothing. That is self-harm. Eventually, that will affect you. It will devalue you. So, I encourage you guys to think about the foundation. You know, think about, is this person still involved with someone else? Am I still involved with someone else? Maybe not physically, but emotionally. Am I still invested in someone else? Am I confused? Am I kind of double dipping in the date world? I think that's very harmful as well. I think if you're going to date one person, be committed to one person. You know, there's a lot of talk about the title. What is a title? Well, we're not dating. All right, well, you're still taking time to get to know each other, and that is something that can become toxic as, you know, long term. It's like, oh, you were dating those people while you're dating me, or I just so happened to go out to dinner and I see the guy that I just went on a date with last week with someone else. We've got to date better. We got to do better for ourselves, for others. We've got to just make over what courtship has become. And we don't have to. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not a know-it-all. But I have learned a lot. And I have learned what works and what doesn't. It's time to try something new. It's time to give ourselves better. It's time to develop better. And it's time to build really, really strong bonds that will last. That's all I have to say today. I hope someone out there gets something out of it. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.